you're going to learn how to have confidence within yourself, because mom and dad are not going to be here all the time. And I remember my mom, teaching me how to make my first batch of eggs. And I said, Mom, can you teach me how to make eggs? She was like, Yeah, I'll make you some. I said, Mom, can I make my own eggs now, since I know how to make, my own eggs? And she was like, Sure. Make your sister some too. I said, All right, cool. I'll make my sister some. And then I said, Mom, can you teach me how to make pancakes? She said, Yeah, I'll teach you how to make pancakes. I said, All right, cool. Mom, I know how to make pancakes now. Can I make my own pancakes by myself? She said, Yeah, you can make your pancakes, but make your sister some too. And I said, Mom, can I can you teach me how to make French toast? And she said, Yeah, like, I'll teach you how to make French toast. Mom, can I make my own French toast now? She said, Yeah. And y'all know it. Make your sister some too. And I'm like, why do I gotta keep always making Desiree food? But my mom was teaching me how to serve and be confident in my service. Be confident in what I'm about to give. Be confident in what I'm about to dish out. Be confident in what I'm about to deliver. Some of us are not confident in what we're delivering. Some of us are not confident in it. But God has already been showing you over and over and over again through the people in your life on how to do this. But you got to have the self-confidence to deliver, right? And I was talking to my man B, and on the flip side, I was talking to my man Brian, and he's been on the show before, and he mentioned to me that him and his father had, man, I didn't tell you this or whatever, but him and his father, they so Matt is graduating, he's getting his master's and everything at Rutgers. So I'm sorry, Brian is graduating, he's getting his master's from Rutgers, and he tells me that his father is going to be at the graduation. And him and his dad didn't have a relationship until he was like maybe 28. And Brian is like in his mid 30s and everything right now. So it's wild. And his dad said these words, bro, and this joint hit me so hard. He was like, I missed a lot of birthdays, graduations, but I'm happy at the fact that I get to see this one. And it just lets me know I didn't miss them all. I didn't miss them all. And I was like, man, it hit me, because even in my own life, like, I love my father, I love my dad, and we have a really, really good relationship. And for many young black men, it's like the many men, period. There's a lot of fathers that's just missing in the early stages of a young man's life. Those stages where they're super, super critical and super important to have a father. But then when you get to be an adult and you become this adult, it's like you want to share that with your dad. You want to share your adulthood. You want to share your accomplishments. For me, I haven't really had the opportunity to share my accomplishments with my dad in person, per se, because my dad lives on the other side of the country. So it's like, I only get to see him virtually. And it's like, it's hard, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, dang, like I want my dad to be here with his grandkids and everything as well too, and have these moments, and be able to hold them, and be able to share these birthdays with them, and be able to, just share life with them, right? And be able to do what granddads do, and it hit me. I got emotional about it, because I'm like, dang, like, I've only seen my dad like maybe in the flesh, like as far as in person, because I talk to my dad all the time virtually and everything, FaceTime, but I've only been able to see him maybe 3 times in the last 10 years. And And man, I ain't gonna hold you. That joint kind of, when you think about it, it kind of hurts because it's like you want to be able to share certain moments and everything, with your father. And I tell you this, you know, my dad, and my dad's a great, great man. I have nothing bad to say about my father. It's like, dang, like I want to be able to share these moments, with you. And it's hard because he lives on the other side of the country and stuff like that. But I remember a couple years ago, I was doing a conference virtually, and I sent my dad the link to get into the conference via Zoom. And I didn't know if he was going to show up or not, but he showed up, and he stayed on for a good while, like maybe a couple hours, and enjoyed the conference. And I said, man, like, I just started bawling, crying, like right in front of everybody. Like, man, like that was a raw moment right there, because I'm like, dang, like you showed up. Like, here I am. I'm in this new phase of my life. I'm trying. I'm doing my best or whatever to please God. I'm doing my best to please my wife, my children, serve my community. And really, it wasn't a validation, but it's like I want to be able to show my parents what they helped produce. I want to be able to show them that, hey, listen, I wasn't the greatest in school or anything like that. I wasn't, I know like my decisions were far out there. I know my decisions were like crazy in your eyes. But look at what God is doing with, what he has helped you produce. Like, look at it. Like, look, I'm not out there on the street. I'm taking care of my family. I'm serving my community. I'm doing some really, really great things. And I could be far, far worse, right? But it just means a lot to an adult man to share those things in person as well, too. And I think that that's all I'm trying to say. Like, when it comes to self-confidence, the people that you care about the most, you want them there with you, because it helps boost the confidence. It helps boost that, so that you have people that's riding with you on a day-to-day basis, no matter what. And I know my dad supports me in all of that. It just feels different when it's in person, I think we've all had enough of the virtual interaction. I think that it just, sometimes you just gotta like say, you know what? I need to spend this time, because you're never gonna get this time back. You're never gonna get this time back. So I think when it comes to cultivating self-confidence, your tribe is so important. Your people are so important. Matt, I don't know if you want to chime in on that real quick, but before I go to the next thing, but I just wanted to let loose right there. I know I was a bit emotional on that one.
Nah, absolutely. I mean, for me speaking as well too, I definitely understand. Like, we could get the praises and the applaud and the accolades from people, but it's certain people in our life that play a key role that when they're there, it can change a whole entire life. And it goes
Yeah.
back to calling as well too. You never know, the impact you're supposed to have. Sometimes we look at the masses, but it could be that one person that you be there for that has the power to change the world. So you're changing the world because of the one person that you was there for that needed it the most.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, man. I think that, and you know what, where I get upset with myself sometimes, bro? Like, I'm being super vulnerable and transparent right here. Like, I was telling my wife this last night. I get upset with myself sometimes because I'm a man of order, right? Like, I want things to go a certain way. And when they don't, and this may be the choreographer in me, this may be the dancer in me. Like, in my mind, everything has to be choreographed or put in a place so that it's presentable. I don't mind freestyle. I don't mind organized chaos. However, I want things to go how they're supposed to go according to plan. And when they don't, I get like, I don't mind adjusting, but it rattles me a little bit. So my kids, man, I love my kids. But at night, and I'm pretty sure many parents or whatever have this same issue as well too. I know I'm not alone out here. And if you sit there and say that your kids don't do this or whatever, don't be lying. Don't be lying to the public. All right. Listen, my kids try their hardest to stay up past their bedtime. And they try to stay up past their bedtime for whatever reason. Like, they get a kick out of staying up late. Oh, I went to bed at 11 o'clock. Oh, I went to bed at 10:30. Oh, snap, it's 1 o'clock in the morning and I'm going to sleep. Like, I get it and I understand, and I was there. But I get upset with myself sometimes because sometimes when it's time for me to decompress and it's like 9:56 and I know Javion was supposed to be in bed at like 9:30. And he'll come down. He'll be like, Dad, you about to watch the game? Can I watch with you? Are you about to play the game? Can I play with you? Knowing it's a weekday, knowing that you got school, right? And as much as I want to allow him to stay up, I can't. Because there's an order. And when there's an order, we can't go out of the order. You know, game day is Friday and Saturdays. That's game day. But all he wants is to chill with his dad. All he wants is just to kick it, no matter what time it is. And I love that. And sometimes, it's hard for me as a dad because I gotta, we gotta have discipline. Son, I know you want to stay up, but you need your rest. And I know this is what you want, but we got to stick to the plan. Sometimes the hardest thing to do is to stick to the plan. Because if you don't stick to the plan, it could derail your self-confidence within yourself and your ability or whatever to do what it is that you're called to do. And sometimes people will, although you want to give and you want to be the nice guy, sometimes you gotta be the bad guy so that you're able to get the job done. Sometimes, and as hard as it may be for me, I get upset with myself because it's like, dang, I don't want to tell my son no, but I have to tell my son no. Otherwise, I could be leading him down a road of, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm leading him down a road of despair or crippling him, mentally, being like, yo, it's okay to stay up all the time. It's not okay to stay up all the time. However, on the weekend, when we don't have anything going on and you don't have school the next day, and even though my kids are homeschooled, they still have school the next day, right? I'm like, listen, you still need your rest. That's just not how I parent, right? And I just feel that I beat myself up on that because it's like I really want to kick it with you, but I can't right now because you need your rest. And some of us, have to embrace that we're going to have to make hard decisions in life. And sometimes those hard decisions are the best decisions so that we can get to that next level and exceed to where it is that we're called